So this is the sheep heart. It's actually a pig heart. But first you want to be able to tell the difference between anterior and posterior. And how you tell the anterior of the heart is you find two auricles, both sides, and this one was actually cut right here, but ignore that. And you'll see that running between the two auricles is the pulmonary trunk right here. This vessel right here, that's going to be the pulmonary trunk. And of course the apex is down here. And then when we open the heart, the very first thing you want to do is decide which side is left and which side is right. And how you tell that is the left ventricle is much larger than the right ventricle. And the muscle of the left ventricle is also a lot thicker. This is because the left side of the heart pumps to the entirety of the body, whereas the right side only pumps to the lungs. So once you find left versus right, know that what separates the left and the right is the interventricular septum. So that's this right here. And we see these little cords that are really easy to identify. These are called the chordae tendineae. And we know that the chordae tendineae tether down the valve, the AV valves. And the AV valve on the left side is the bicuspid valve or the mitral valve. So that's what this tissue here is. This is the mitral valve. And then for the right side, we know that that has the tricuspid valve, and it's a little bit hidden in here, but if we open it, we can see there's the chordae tendineae right there, and then the valve is connected right here. So this tissue right here is the valve. The muscle within the ventricles right here is called trabeculae carneae, and then muscle directly connected to the base of a chordae tendineae is called a papillary muscle. So this would be a papillary muscle. Here's a papillary muscle. If we look at the other side, this would be a papillary muscle because it's connected to a chordae tendineae here. Here's a papillary muscle, another. This is also the other side of the mitral valve right here. Again, this is the left side because it's larger and the muscle walls are thicker, and here's the right side, but they both go together. Now we will look at, of course, we've identified the ventricles, and based on the size of them, we can tell which atrium is which. So we know that above the mitral valve has to be the left atrium. So this whole space right here is going to be the left atrium. And for the right side, we can't actually see the atrium. It's under the auricle, or I guess through here. And then we need to cover the layers, of course. So endocardium would be all of this, myocardium here, and epicardium or visceral pericardium is here. For the semilunar valves, we know with blood flow that blood is going to go from the left atrium through the mitral valve into the left ventricle. And now, due to the septum, it's only got one way to go, and that's this way. So this right here must be the aortic semilunar valve, and this is the aorta. And I should be able to stick this probe all the way through here, and it goes through here. For the pulmonary semilunar valve, due to the way this heart is cut, it's not as easy to see, but it is on here. So we know again that this is the pulmonary trunk, and we know that the pulmonary semilunar valve is going to be at the base of the pulmonary trunk, and that is right in here, that weird tissue stuff. That is the pulmonary semilunar valve. And that should be all you have to know.